Hey guys, Knuckles Dawson here, and we are back with Stuntman Ignition, and I am going to be showing you how to get the Wheelman Legend achievement. This also features my favorite director in Stuntman Ignition, and I hope you enjoy the opening and closing comments he has for each scene.
Okay, you're the bad guy, the villain supremo, the man who makes babies cry by winking at them. You feeling me? Alright, now let's see it. Let's get excited.
So we start off with Big Red, which has the fire truck as the enemy antagonist from the movie. Anyway, this thing is a bit of a bitch to get to drift, so you really have to hammer on the handbrake to get it to do that. After we take out this vehicle and go through the gap here, we're going to start with the torting, which involves hitting the big rig, then smashing both police cars, and then scraping along the police car on the left there. Next up, I am supposed to hit the pillar there, but I skip it, scrape across this vehicle, then I do hit both of those police cars, but it gives me red X's for that. I don't know why. Either way, at the end here, you're supposed to get sideswiped by that semi, but I miss it.
God, I should make this into 2 movies, and one will just be you driving around doing stunts, because that was intense!
Alright, so I got my blindsided for the Taurus thing that we're going to see here in a second. And I got my 5 stars for stringing the whole scene, even though at the end I wasn't moving fast enough because I was doing a forced drift, so I didn't get sideswiped by the semi, but it still strung it together. So we're going to move on to the next one now.
Remember, kid, you're stone. You're the definition of cool. Believe, achieve, set a goal. Goaltending.
So for takeout, you're using the Claudine, which is, you know, old school American muscle car. On this part, I go to the far left to go by all these pay parking, till, McDeely's. I missed the hitting the crates, but it keeps your combo up. You get a much better string that way, so it's good for points. These alleyways are a beautiful, beautiful thing, because all that debris is something you can get closest on, and it just racks up the score like you wouldn't believe. And it's a lifesaver for keeping the combo strung together if you ever get hit. Like at the beginning of there, you saw in that first corner actually came to a stop. Next up, we got an overtake over the hill here, followed by a truck and a taxi cab that you can get it close on, do a drift over there, then do a jump over the taxi. Next, you gotta do an overtake on the trolley. You got this car's gonna hit that post, so you want to stay to the right a little bit to go close to this next trolley. You can gap between the truck and the car there. Time gate. Be careful about this here. We start the Taurus thing, go through that, hit the crate box thing, and there's some debris on the left there you can use to go off. You go down off there. Next up, you're going to be getting a scrape on this vehicle, so you do a hard left, scrape against that, get it close next to something, grab the time gate, and do a close there, then do a handbrake turn to the left. We got a Taurus thing under the control, hit the action button, close to the railing there, and what do we got next here? Do some force drifting, action button again, very late though, then do a jump over the crash trolley, and I believe we're going to end with a 180. Yes, there it is.
Cut! You're going places, kid, like stunt driver heaven, where there are 1,000 hot virgins and you can hit them with your cars because they're actually robots!
Again, for that scene, we strung the whole thing together for our 5 stars. Then we got the Taurus, which involved the hits and the closes and the scrapes. And we're moving on to the next one. And I got a moderately good score there.
Campy, but not bad campy. No one shows up with a machete and a hockey mask campy, okay? No jiggling boobs or anything like that. Just drive like you freaking mean it, or catering goes home.
So here's Busted, which is our first look at the motorcycle. This is more of a hot rodding motorcycle than the dirt bike we were using in the previous one. Start off with a gap, followed by a couple of drifts, getting close to the trolley. And you're going to gap between these 2 police cars that crash. Be sure to go off the ramp slide to the right so you can actually go over the vehicle. You're going to have to overtake that police car to the right. I kind of messed it up. Hit the action button to go underneath the helicopter followed by a drift. Car's going to be backing out backwards. You're going to get close to that. Left into the time gate. Drift right. And then veer off to the right so you can get lined up for the wheelie. And what do we got here? We got it close to the vehicle, and then you're going to have the gap between the trolleys, so don't go too much to the right there for that. Don't forget to use wheelies to keep the combo alive in the straight parts. Here's the torsing, which is the last 3 major stunts of the scene, starting by going over the helicopter, followed by getting close to weapons fire, so we're going to use a wheelie here on this straightaway. Then we're going to veer off left into the factory, and then to the right, while we're totally motherfucking on fire, go through the jump and smash through the glass.
Cut! I'm gonna build a special menagerie in my house, and I'm gonna keep you in it. So when my friends come over, I can say, look, friends, I have captured awesome.
For whatever reason, this landing actually caused a frame rate drop in the game. Anyway, got our 5 stars for stringing it, got putting out the fire, which was the last 3 things for the Taurus award. And yeah, moving on to the next scene.
Guys, okay? Make me proud to put my name on this and take all the credit, okay?
Alright, here's Killstone, which is the second one using the good old Claudine. Start by going over the explosion with under the car. Drift right here, smash through into the Game Expo Convention Center. Stay close to the left to get close before you go off to close to the explosion. Smash to the window and go to the semi. Use either a drifter or close off the trolley to keep things together, or use the taxis. Weapons fire here, then gapping between the trolley and the car. Start the drift early so you can get on the right hand side of that car there. And here we got a reverse 180, so you want to use the debris to get your closest. This comes to stop, use the debris again, and then as soon as you get into that box, release the gas and spin it around. Or release the throttle rather here, and then that actually is part of the torsing. We finish it off by hitting the vehicle, getting close to the next semi, going here, smashing the boxes. There's a bunch of parking meters you can use on the right to get your combo here on this right hand turn, then switch left and get close to the explosion on the left from the helicopter, followed by going off the jump and hitting the sign. Make it sound a lot more complicated than it really is. Honestly, we're going to smash against this other vehicle and then use debris for getting closes. Then we're going to smash that vehicle, time gate in a second, and jump over the traffic. And we're at the final stretch here. Take the left, nice big drift. Then we're going to drift to the right and stick close to the pillars on the right before initiating the nitro and finishing the scene by smashing into that.
Cut! You could have arms, legs, and a head made out of grenade launchers, and you still wouldn't be cooler, because you, my friend, have reached coolness level maximum. All hail Coolius Maximus!
Well, that definitely was a glowing review from our friendly, overly enthusiastic director. Anyway, we got our 5 stars for stringing the whole scene together, and our Taurus award for getting the stop, reverse 180, and then scraping against the SUV. And we're going to start our next scene, which I might add has probably my favorite intro to any of the movies in Overdrive and, quite frankly, the game.
Let's make some movie magic, like people look at us and go, where'd they go? They disappeared. Are they in my pocket? They reach into their pocket, boom, awesome movie. Let's go.
Seriously, nonsense proportion like that can't be beat. Anyway, we've got our next motorcycle scene, which starts with some wheeling here and over, or getting close to that vehicle, and then we're going to use the action button on the right, and that's going to shoot some police cars. And then we've got a drift to the right here, and we're going to weave through some traffic with the trolleys there. Another action shot with the shooting of vehicles. Then we're going to do a drift, which starts a torsing, followed by getting close to the vehicle, and then there's going to be a action button for going sliding while we have another police car going. Let's get some more wheelie going there under the jump, drift right, and we actually want to pass between the semi and the vehicle there. And this one's really short because we're at the end already, and so we need to go right by the close weapons fire and explode and smash and break our neck right by the Night Avenger signage. Ouch.
Good. Yes! I'm gonna tell everyone to hire you. People are gonna throw so much money at you, you'll have to put some in your ears because your pockets will be full.
So we got our 5 stars strung, we got our Taurus award, and a high score to boot. Yeah, it's okay. And moving on to the next and final scene with the cool, really cool sports car.
Now when people see this last stunt, I want their heads to explode straight off their heads, so NASA calls us up and go, hey, are you guys launching heads? Literally explode! Now make it happen or I'll deport your family.
Back to Kenya! Anyway though, before we go with the snake eyes, we got our starting in reverse, going close to a couple boxes, and then under the semi, followed by a reverse 180. Close to these taxis to keep the combo strung together, next to this trolley which explodes. And then we got a drift left, which I mess up, and underneath the semi-trailer again, next to this explosion, and then do the action want to do the nitro over another explosion, land here, hard drift left, scrape that vehicle, and hard drift left again, get a time gate there, and another hard left with that, hit some parking meters or whatever to keep the combo together, and we're going to be doing a drift right underneath another freaking truck. They're running out of tricks. I mean, seriously, how many times have they gone under that? Scrape another vehicle there, force drifting to keep the combo going, overtake the trolley, cut to the left, drift right, and then through the time gate and break through there, drift right again, another drift right, but that's again force, close to that cop car between the time gate, and we're into our torso, which is the final scene, land on that, and then hit the action button, and then into the glorious helicopter, and that's the end of that, and we got our achievement, baby.
Cut! That was the Rosetta Stone of stunts! You know what? After this stunt, I might retire! Someone put me in an old folks home for people's minds who have been totally blown! I'm not one of those guys, but I would date you!
And as much as homoeroticism is flattering, I'm not really concerned about that. What I am concerned about is that we just got ourselves Wheelman and Wheelman Legend, as well as getting all the Taurus awards for all 6 scenes that we had in the Overdrive movie. So, boom shakalaka, that's good stuff right there. Thank you for watching good old Achievement Hunter. For more videos, be sure to check out achievementhunter.com.